Hey everyone, my name is Lauren Cercione. If this is your first time meeting me, hang on. So I'm doing something new. These are 5-minute riffs on various subjects that I have either channeled, researched, or put together accumulatively different ideas that explain the same thing, the tools within. So I have a little script here that I have to read to you until I get it memorized, okay? I'm Lauren Cercione. I'm a 20-year fitness professional, and I help people make unrealistic transformations in their health and their hotness. I'm a manifesting generator. Inner authority is emotional authority. I'm a Pisces sun, Aries rising, Libra moon, Mercury in Aquarius, and Pluto in Libra. And a gene key 6-2. In my emotional intelligence, there is clarity and intuition. Now, the reason why that is relevant is because I have been on a quest for the last 12 years to not only understand how the tools within work, but what the heck they actually are. And what they are is the brain and the heart going into a coherent state. Because when the brain is coherent with the heart, when the heart can send an electromagnetic signal that fills up and encompasses the whole body and creates a field, the mind can think creative solution thoughts. And then also the other tools within are the chakra system. And the chakras are like little magnetic balls that anchor us into this third dimensional density and also attract to us our desires. So what I'm sharing with you is little snippets from 100-page plus document that I put together last year when I was really intensely on this quest because quarantine obviously secluded me from my regular life, and I was able to really feel myself and go within and work on understanding what is actually going on right now because it's such a crazy place, right? So I'm going to draw one topic at a time and riff on it for 5 minutes, okay? So let's see what we got. It says, cause and effect externally, the life experience issues. Okay, so I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, are you guys ready? I'm going to read it again. Hang on. 5 minutes, all right? Woo! Cause and effect externally, life experience issues. Now, in June of 2020, I was transported through time into the same exact feeling that I had when I was 13 years old. And what was happening in my outer world is I was having relationships, interactions with other human beings that almost were identical to an experience I had when I was 13 with my classmates in 7th grade. And when I saw the similarities and I could feel myself feel exactly as I did at 13, I was like, what the fuck is this? How is this even happening? And what is this thing that time is happening now at the same time? Because, I don't know if you've researched stuff with Einstein or watched things about astrophysicism. It's time is totally irrelevant and we can experience time simultaneously. We're just not always aware of it. So I felt like I was aware of it because I was experiencing the same time of 13 years old in the present tense body. And so what I asked God was, what went wrong in the natural order of cause and effect, and who was the first perpetrator? Because we know that hurt people, and there is a law of cause and effect. And I thought, wait a minute, aren't we supposed to be the cause of the effects in our life? How is it that our perpetrators, the ability to victimize us, they become the cause and effect of our life? So that's where a lot of these questions, this is where the discoveries really came from in the last, since quarantine started of March of 2020, to come to these understandings and to heal and have a physical transformation for myself. Because since quarantine has started, I've had 25 to 27 pounds of weight loss, and I've also really worked through my chronic pain issues with my cervical disc injury. So with the cause and effect externally, when we have a perpetration, when we have a negative experience that, by the way, we're kind of supposed to have negative experiences to a certain degree so that we can have the act of becoming, so that we can have this amazing human adventure of our own personal hero's journey, or remembering that we're connected to God. So when we have a negative experience, if we are unconscious, if we are in that 0 to 7 age where we're not really thinking critically and we're not able to understand that our emotional, physical state, the feeling that we have, does not necessarily mean that's a worthiness issue about us. Because I believe that the ego is created, and the ego is just the mask that we wear to hide our wounds of separation. So when we have something negative happen to us and we feel a sensation in our body and we think about the sensation in our body, this feels bad, whatever range of bad emotions that is, and we make it mean something about us, then we start to create the law of cause and effect within us, where the energy and the meaning about the energy start to project from our body. And the law of attraction, like attracts like. We end up attracting more experiences externally to confirm this state that we have created as this is who I am as a magnet. Like the ego, from, really, really bad, horrible person to really, really great, amazing person, that range is like a magnetic range. So whatever we self-identify to say, the feeling that we have from that range of bad to bliss means I am that range from bad to bliss, which means that your self-identification says, in my life experience, this is the magnetic range that I'm going to operate in. And a lot of times that magnetic range doesn't feel good. And so we're attracting to us over and over and over again that same bad to bliss, and we're talking about negative, lower towards the bad end of feelings to us. And so that's how I feel that the cause and effect is actually working with us. And the work, the inner work, is to identify these bad feelings that we have stored in these emotional centers. Because these first 3 chakras have to do with the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. At the deepest portion of ourselves, it's the root fear of, does being human mean safe or unsafe? The sacral chakra has to do with our subconscious, that has to do with our behaviors that we're just doing in life automatically. And then, of course, the conscious mind is where we say, I am, and that has to do with the solar plexus. So the cause and effect is complete. And I wanted to throw in those 3 chakras for you, so that you can see how the emotional energetic state has to do with that thought state. So put on your thinking cap, put on your feeling body, and sit with yourself and see, wow, like, what are my conscious thoughts? What are my unconscious habits? What are my subconscious habits, and what are my unconscious fears that I can look out into my outer experience and say, there it is, because I keep re-experiencing the same thing in this vibration, right? This magnetic pole that's closer to bad than to bliss. All right, so let me know if that was helpful, and I will see you tomorrow.